its way towards the center circle. And although it's not the biggest of crowds inside the National Stadium, it certainly is a very noisy one. Two of the older institutions in the country face off for the 2016 Manning Cup title. And the atmosphere is still a very big one. Giovanni Hines, the captain of Wolmers, will be hoping to lead his troops to something really big here. They've already won the Super Cup this season, and they feel that they have a lot to prove to win their first Manning Cup title since 1994.
Giovanni Hines, the Wolmers captain and central defender, looks like a heavyweight boxer. He's over 200 pounds, a real tower of strength in the Wolmers backline, and he takes responsibility for stopping teams to score against Wolmers. You see in every defensive play that Wolmers is involved with, he tends to be at the heart of those defensive plays. So there's a lot of pressure on him here tonight to deny the JC attacking force. The Wolmers principal is also the president of ISA, Dr. Walton Small, and the greeting party also includes Royal Reid, who is the current Minister of Education. Wolmers getting their introductions first. There's the big Wolmers number 20 and Captain Giovanni Hines.
You know, Lance, the very crest of Wolmers signify the sun of learning bursting through the cloud of ignorance. And they do have another mold which they would like to burst through tonight. It's a massive greeting party that's going to be introduced to both teams. As we see the Jamaica College contingent, led of course by Queen Robinson, and he's really the anchor in the middle for Jamaica College, the number 7. And when you look back at the possible number, the best number 7s over the years at Jamaica College, you can point to a few names, Ashani Walker in recent times, and Young Virtue as well.
He is a quality player, and a player that a lot of people recognize as one of the best midfielders ever in schoolboy football, especially for Jamaica College. And they are Jamaica College players in this current lineup. There's Carlo Redwood, who is the Flow Vice President of Marketing. Wayne Robinson, the Jamaica College principal, is also in the greeting party. There are Jamaica College players here who will tell the Wolmers players, been there, done that, because they've won titles before in the Manning Cup competition. None of these Wolmers players know what it is like to be a Manning Cup champion. Two of the players who got the goals last year, Donovan Dawkins, and the year before that, Ronaldo Brown, are in the Jamaica College starting lineup tonight. So two of their match-winning scorers in the last 2 years, Jamaica College, are in their starting lineup tonight.
We pause for the playing of the national anthem. Is extremely high inside the place they call the office. The date has been set for some time. We just didn't know the teams. Now we do. Jamaica College, Wolmers boys. It's expected to be epic.
Nicholson has the referee's whistle tonight. Jason Jackson, Jacid Carr, his assistants. Weston Cosley is the fourth official for the match here tonight. There they are. Under cloudy skies, there was rain throughout the day. Not heavy rain, but at times persistent. And coming into the evening, into the night hours here, there were still dark clouds hovering over the National Stadium here. The pitch conditions, though, reasonably good here for these two teams. And these two captains must have a lot going on in their minds at the moment.
Let's take a look at the starting lineup once more. Johnson in goal in front of him. Shavana Willis, Geraldine Bennett, Javoy Belnavis, O'Queen Robinson, the skipper. Tyreek McGee is expected to do a lot in the middle of the park. Donovan Dawkins, Doheny Williams, Johnny Talbot, Ronaldo Brown, and Malik Howell at right back. Of course, they're coached by Miguel Coley. And just to take a look at their formation, it's a 4-3-3. They're not holding back. The last two scorers in the last two Manning Cup finals are on the flank for Jamaica College, Ronaldo Brown and Donovan Dawkins.
Big duties here for the JC midfield and their forwards to pierce the usually tough Jamaica Wolmers defense line. Miguel Coley looking for more success here with the Jamaica College lineup.
Shamar Jemison is in goal for Wolmers boys. In front of him, Scott Williams, Calvin Kelly, Andrew Daly, again one of the main men in the middle of the park. Michael Graham, Alfonso Bruno up front, Rivaldo English, Ramon Lewis, Yannick Elliott, Nikesh Murray, and Jawani Hines, of course, leading things at the back. The captain of Wolmers boys, of course, they're coached by Vassal Reynolds. And that's how they will line up, with Good up front, and he'll be supported by Elliott just in behind him. The middle of the park, English, Daly, Lewis and Graham. At the back, Murray, Williams, Hines and Kelly in front of goalkeeper Jemison.
And Murray getting a starting position here. Tafari Anderson has been in the starting roster at defence for Wolmers for many of the starting lineups for them so far this season. But Murray has his place here in the lineup tonight.
Johnson saying a word of prayer, the shot before. As we take a look at Vassal Reynolds on the sidelines, we are ready for kickoff here in the Manning Cup final. Okito Nicholson is the man in charge of today's fixture, and he's just making sure that all is in place for the kickoff. Under the lights here at the National Stadium, we're on the way for the 2016 Manning Cup final. Jamaica College with the possession, of course. They have been unbeaten since 2012, and they'll be hoping to stretch that run against a team, Wolmers boys, they've conceded only once all season. And what a thing for them. You mentioned earlier, Lance, that they have been quite prolific, that, you know, they have actually, instead of just being unbeaten, they have had a 100% win record. And now they have to do some defending as well. Davis trying to make his way inside the box. And no problems there for the Wolmers defense. They look pretty calm in the defensive third, Wolmers. Trying to make the transition, and they will get the throw. Early stages in this contest.
Sometimes these opening moments of a final can do or tell you a lot about what is likely to happen for the remainder of the game. So far, Wolmers trying to keep possession of the ball.
Well, here's Michael Graham on it, trying to cut inside Wolmers. Well, he ran out of room, really. Now it's with Donovan Dawkins playing a little deep, sending the long ball, trying to find Doheny Williams. First control wasn't the best, but he still gets it back. Now the ball looking for Ronaldo Brown up front for Jamaica College. So we see already that Dawkins playing a little bit deep. I expected Doheny Williams to actually be on the flank. That's exactly where he is. And the former Manchester High player, obviously very crucial to JC's chances today. Johnny Talbot has to do some work at the back, decides to put it in touch. Very much the safe route. And you can imagine that both teams looking to play it safe in the opening a few minutes of this contest. They certainly do not want to go behind because of a mistake.
Oh, definitely not. Especially Jamaica College would be very aware that they can't allow Wolmers to score because it's so difficult to score against them. So a cardinal error for Jamaica College here this afternoon would be giving up a goal against Wolmers because they know that Wolmers is very hard to score against.
There's going to be a throw into Jamaica College in their own half. As we take a look at Miguel Coley. He's seen this all before. Well, especially the last 3 finals. That's Pastor Reynolds. He's won a few titles actually. In recent time, of course, the Water Cup as well as the Super Cup this season.
Both coaches really experienced. Basil Reynolds had coached Cumberland and Sporting Central at the Red Stripe Premier League level. Of course, Miguel Coley was a part of the national coaching staff as well.
Lovely run by Malik Cowell, trying to play back to Dwayne Williams, but I don't think that Williams was on the same page with him just now because he did not continue his run, having found the overlapping Howell. This is Dawkins. Dawkins making a run inside, but Navis has it now for Jamaica College, looking for options. There are 4 JC players inside the box. Decided to play it back to his skipper, Queen Robinson. It wasn't the best option as the skipper lost it.
Some good passing by Jamaica College approaching the attacking third there, and it's a part of their game that they need to be clinical with today because the Wolmers defense is on record as being so really hard to breach. So you've got to be clinical to get in between the Wolmers defense and get behind them for scoring opportunities.
Andrew Daly could get by Dwayne Williams as now he lost it. Jamaica College have the possession once more. Haven't seen a lot of Tyreek McGee as yet. He allowed the ball to go through to Bell Davis. Now it's with Dawkins. Dawkins on the ball. Dawkins decides to take a shot. And it's well wide of the target. First real pop. He looks a little bit frustrated, Dawkins. In the end, he holds a hand to apologize to his teammates. It was a bit of a wasted opportunity. He had some support now. He decides to go for the shot.
High quality player Donovan Dawkins, who has not really excelled so far this season, but you know what, after seeing him score that header in the dying moments to give them the Manny Cup title over St. George's College last year, you get the feeling that he knows how to perform when the moment is right.
And you get the feeling also that he has been almost like the sacrificial lamb. He plays in a number of positions for Jamaica College, whether it was right back or he's in the middle of the park or he's a lone strike up front, and he plays the positions with basically a smile on his face. Kelly, or rather Scott Williams, beating his mark, and well, does nothing with it afterwards. Puts that one into touch. Miguel Coley marking instructions at his team in the hope that they follow it to a T this evening under the lights here at the National Stadium. They're going to start again from the back with Ben Davis. So many times we see Ben Davis making the runs on the left-hand side. Dawkins, unusual to see him on the flat, collects that one. And he's going to come back to the middle of the area, but Queen Robinson loses it for the second time in a minute. It goes out into touch as Yannick Elliott was putting some pressure on the JC captain, and Robinson had to put that one into touch.
You say it's unfamiliar to see Dawkins on the flank the way that he just played there, but that's one of the key stories for Jamaica College tonight. The flank plays, they play with a lot of width.
But here's the ball into the attacking third, and JC handles that pretty well. Oh, but they lose it in a dangerous area. And referee Peter Nicholson deciding against the free kick. He has to start the play, though the player is still now just outside the edge of the box. But I believe that the ball just got away from him here. And the referee deciding that no, he wouldn't have regained the possession.
Michael Graham is the kind of player that has a lot of confidence in taking the ball to defenders, and you just saw an example of that. He's not afraid to dribble to the 18-yard area searching for scoring opportunity, and he does have the skill to get by defenders. Was roughed up just then, so he wasn't allowed the space to go through.
He's getting some attention now. Dawkins.
One of the points I was mentioning just now, Donald, is that the Wolmers' central part of their defense is really hard to breach. But Jamaica College is a team that plays with a lot of width, And if you're going to breach the kind of Wolmers defense that they have, playing with great width and opening up the defense is one of the ways that Jamaica College can ensure that they get a goal or two tonight.
You know, one of the key areas that they have to do, they really have to concentrate on, Wolmers boys, is to close down the middle of the park for Jamaica College, and there is another interception in the middle of the park as they try to move forward, just ran out of real estate in the end.
Interception there, but it was a giveaway, the ball given away there by Jamaica College, so coach Michael Cooley won't be happy about that. The possession game is one of the strong points of the Jamaica College team. They play very organized, they play with a really good shape, and that is one of the emphasis of the coach Miguel Cooley, to see his team playing that way, and he won't be happy to see them giving the ball away unchallenged.
Wolmers boys through Elliott. Elliott trying to get the better of Ben Davis, who does went well to win it. That was with Michael Graham. Forced to go all the way back. Wolmers start again. This is Kelly. Kelly forced to go back to Scott Williams. The long ball of Talbot has it covered for Jamaica College and does well as he tries to move forward, looking for Ronaldo Brown and finds it. Donovan Dawkins has some space, but it's over his head. He won't be able to get that one. Stocky player, Donovan Dawkins. Really doesn't look like a player who will be manhandled at the schoolboy level, as we see Elliott being manhandled just now and gets the free kick for Wolmers boys.
No, you won't manhandle Dawson at all. In fact, after the Manning Cup season ended last year, he went on to play Red Stripe Premier League football for Tivoli and looked quite comfortable against the big boys. Yannick Elliott, former St. Jago player, has done a lot for Wolmers so far this season. Wolmers haven't conceded a goal since their September 4-1 victory over Camperdown at the Alpha Field in Kingston, just opposite Sabina Park. And that is a statistic that Jamaica College will be paying very, very close attention to. They know that Wolmers doesn't give up goals, so they have to work hard to get goals against them.
Daly with the free kick. Daly sends this one inside, and it's collected easily there by Jay Johnson. Ali Cowell on the ball. Cowell plays it further up, doing the Williams back to Cowell, but again Cowell not on the same page as Williams with that play. JC. Start again from the back. You know that they're playing a quality team. Another one of the statements that has been made before the final is JC, they haven't played a team of high quality so far this season. Miguel Davis with the throw, gets it back. Miguel Davis with his one inside. Header off target by Ronaldo Brown. For him would have been difficult to get that one on goal, but he knows what it is like to score in a Manning Cup final. Ronaldo Brown scored the winner in the 2014 final for Jamaica College. It was the 2013 final, in fact. Will Davis trying to find Ronaldo Brown. Struggling to get away from Joani Hines. That could be a very interesting battle. Hines coming to the foul here, the captain of Wolmers. So it's a free kick to Jamaica College from some distance. Probably close to 35 yards out. Or a little bit more than 35 yards out. Probably close to 40 yards out. It's Tyreek McGee who's behind this one. We know that he has a powerful left foot. Not sure he's going to take this directly towards goal. He lost this one at back post. Let's go up, it's Dawkins! Came off the back of a Wolmers defender, still inside the penalty box. And Wolmers now will clear out of their own 18-yard area. Typical Wolmers defending, Donald. Cluster of players in the box. They're just finding a way
to deflect the attacking advances. That header from Dawson was goalwards, was going goalwards.
Davis again wins it for Wolmers but loses out to Mikel Graham. Now it's with Daly. Daly pokes it forward to Elliott. Back to Daly. Slick movement here by Wolmers, but they lost it out because Graham unable to make that final pass inside the penalty box.
Graham just didn't show enough purpose there with that ball and just looked a little unconvincing there as the ball was at his feet.
The game for a moment just slipped into second gear.
There's a Dawkins header. Strong header. Crashing into Calvin Kelly, who I don't think knew too much about the block, but the ball just crashed into him. But he made his presence felt. He put himself there. And that is the kind of defending that we've seen from Wolmers so far that has resulted in their almost unblemished defensive record this season.
Daly picks it up for Wolmers. Elliott switches it over to the right-hand side. Finds Mikel Graham. Graham looking to make a run inside the box. It's put it into touch. And it had to be done.
Yeah, just a bit of a heavy touch there by Graham with the last touch that he had on the ball. Invited a strong challenge there from the Jamaica College defender. But again, the evidence there that Graham is willing to take defenders on and go into the box. He's an attacking player for Wolmers that JC will have to watch closely.
Long throw taken by Wolmers inside the box. Jamaica College trying to clear outside of their own 18-yard area. There was a handball there, so they'll get the free kick. That's the Jamaica College team.
The way the game is going at the moment, Donald, I don't think Wolmers will mind what is happening here. They're accustomed to being in these scraps, in these dire attritional battles for success, and as long as there are no goals against them, they find the way of getting a goal or two to get the wins that they've had so far this season. Jamaica College, though, we know is a horse of a different color. They're a team with strong shape. And Wolmers will find that Jamaica College will provide the sort of resistance that they've not seen so often in their opponents so far this season.
Robinson finds Dawkins. Dawkins almost was lining up for a shot. Now Tyreek McGee, haven't seen a lot of him. Plays it left-hand side to Bell Davis. Bell Davis with the poor pass. He was trying to find it. Ronaldo Brown inside the box. Here's Wolmers. Elliott on the ball. Trying to play it back to Mikesh Murray. Didn't reach him. There's Tyreek McGee. McGee trying to swing it over to the right-hand side. Dwayne Williams was his target man over on that far side, but it was intercepted by Calvin Kelly. Kelly is going to try and be close to Dwayne Williams all evening. Williams on the ball. Kelly right behind him. Williams gets by him, trying to find Ronaldo Brown. Comes as far as Tyreek McGee. McGee twisting, turning, trying to make some room and make his way inside the box. Comes out as far as Willis. Willis sends this one inside, looking for Ronaldo Brown. Here is McGee! Tyreek McGee! Oh, this kid is special! The champions aiming to repeat! They're up, goal against Wolmers! The team from Hero Circle, but JC have a hero in Tyreek McGee.
The first goal in the Manning Cup that Wolmers has conceded since the first round. What a strike by McGee. Goalkeeper Jemison unsighted as the ball went right through the legs of one of his defenders, Scott Williams. And McGee, who was part of the Digicel Kickstart Manchester City experience and missed a lot of the Jamaica College games, scores his second goal of the season, and what a time for him to get the goal. His first goal was in the semi-final when they beat Holy Trinity by 5 goals to 0. And you know, that is one of the ways that you're going to bring
conceded 4 goals themselves all of Manning Cup season. Here's Ronaldo Brown and Dwayne Williams. Didn't communicate properly on that occasion. I hate to say it, they weren't on the same page. Pastor Reynolds barking instructions at his troops. How will Wolmers respond? Here's Dwayne Williams. Oh, he has some space. Needs a good cross inside the box. Not sure what that was. Goes behind for a goal kick to Wolmers boys.
Dwayne Williams, 11 goals so far this season for Jamaica College. It's Tyreek McGee, the man that has given them the advantage here in this final as they look for the 4th consecutive hold on the Manning Cup and 28th title overall. Wolmers now in an unfamiliar position,
having to come from behind. On the ball, find some space. Ronaldo Brown, Dwayne Williams.
Very skillful player, Dwayne Williams, former Manchester high player that the Wolmers defenders are likely to have a tough time against tonight. Good coming back there to help out in defense. His responsibilities for the Wolmers team basically to score goals, but there he is, the tall man. He's gone into the box to help his team out here to defend.
Well, McGee's gonna send this one inside. McGee sends this one in over the crossbar. I think he really was ambitious enough to try and get that one at target, but it was just over Shamar Jamison. Well, I think he had that one covered, Jamison.
Yeah, I think he did. McGee's presence in this Jamaica College team in the back end of the season here, this really high quality player, is also another example of the depth of the Jamaica College team and the way they have measured their build-up throughout the season to peak at the right time, because as we said, he had missed a lot of the early season matches, but coming in when the pressure was on in the business end of the season, he has really been a valuable member of their lineup.
Well, Jamaica College continuing with the play as Wolmers, a player is down. Now the referee stops it. Jamaica College leading Wolmers boys by a goal to nil. After 20 minutes of action here inside the National Stadium.
Rookie Father English in a lot of pain there as he felt the game being held up here for the moment for that. He's trying to energize his team here because he is in a position that this team hasn't been in so far this season. They have a recovery job to do now against the Jamaica College team that is high on confidence and with unquestionable pedigree in Manning Cup football.
Tyreek McGee, his strike proving to be the difference so far in this game, and we know that he has a strong left foot and he really thumped that, didn't he? There was absolutely nothing Shamar Jamison could do about that one.
I don't think the play was even deliberate from Ronaldo Brown. I think he was trying to control the ball, but his first touch was pretty poor and the ball just squirted off his boot, but fell favorably for McGee, whose left-footed shot was clinical and giving Jamaica College an important advantage in this match. Jamaica College is not the kind of team that gives up advantages in a game, especially here in a Manning Cup final. They were massive winners in their semi-final by 5 goals to 0 over Holy Trinity. Wolmers also impressive in their semi-final win 3-0 over Kingston College. So both teams came into this final high on recent confidence based on their recent results. But it's Jamaica College's early strike that has Wolmers scrambling.
Not a good sign for Wolmers. English is being taken off. So a couple of Wolmers substitutes warming up.
Crossdale, Mario Salesman, the two Wolmers players warming up at the moment. Pretty solid midfielders.
Owen Robinson, Dwayne Williams, Malik Howell can't keep it in. Throw into Wolmers. Getting some attention is young English.
So a blow there to his side, close by his hip. The problem for Rivaldo English and the coaching staff just giving themselves some time to see if he will recover or how well he will recover before they make any decisions on a substitution.
The ball goes out into touch. Jamaica College doctor showing some concern. What is good to see is asking if he's going to be all right, and it seems as if young English is going to be all right, and he'll be back in the action very, very soon.
Yeah, good fair play moment there from Dr. Derek.
Here's Robinson,
who is also the Reggae Boys team doctor.
Daly on the ball now for Wolmers as they try to transition. Yannick Elliott couldn't get it under his control. There's Robinson again. Finds Howell, now McGee. Has so much time on the ball, this youngster. Decides to play it back to Talbot. Howell now. Howell making the run. Howell, still Howell, looking to make his way inside the box. Ran into Giovanni Hines. Referee says no penalty.
Well, Hines didn't move really. Hines just stood there. A brave run there by Malik Howell. Looked really, really threatening heading into the box. But I guess there's only one result if Howell collides with Hines. Howell on the floor.
Ronaldo Brown with it now. Ronaldo Brown trying to get by Hines once more. It comes to Dawkins! Oh, what a fabulous finish! He scored the winner in the Money Cup final last year! And he's now putting a blinder! And now Wolmers, they're not seeing JC! JC 2, Wolmers 0.
We spoke about the pedigree of Donovan Dawkins before the game started. A man who scored in the final last year with a tremendous late game header that won it over the favourite St. George's College. And what a strike from Dawkins. Again, the man with the last touch before the shot was Ronaldo Brown. He lost the ball inadvertently, Brown, because he was trying to keep possession of the ball. But he lost the ball and the ball squirted free for Dawson, who crashed the ball in pretty much the same way that the ball squirted free from Brown on the Tyreek McGee earlier shot, and McGee capitalized on it. So what a start here for Jamaica College, and Wolmers are under real pressure now.
Yannick Elliott on the ball. Elliott looking for some options. Can take a shot from distance, but it was charged down. Michael Graham loses it. They committed the foul there. The two shots have been, outside the 18-yard box. So they didn't need to penetrate Wolmers inside their own area.
I think think one of the strategies that Jamaica College is using here is for Ronaldo Brown, who has pace and determination, to keep running at the Wolmers defenders, running at them, taking the ball to them, putting them under pressure. And if anything happens out of those exchanges, then there are players close enough to capitalize with shots, as we saw Dawson and McGee do in getting the 2 goals so far. Dawkins and McGee. There he is, he scored the first goal, a left-footed shot. Then Dawkins with a right-footed shot.
McGee with a free kick for Jamaica College. They've sent 4 players inside the box. JC. McGee sends this one inside, header towards goal, not quite. In fact, it's still in play, unbelievably almost. McGee sends another one inside. Jawani Hines is back there, headed outside this penalty box. Wolmers not out of the woods yet. Dawkins gets a throw for JC.
Dawkins has come to life here in this final. It's a moment that he knows that based on his experience and so on, he's expected to shine, and so far he's delivering for his coach Miguel Coley.
Robinson.
Oh, delightful football from JC.
Playing it inside the box. Nobody was reading him on that occasion. Dawkins was just a little bit too deep. Howell is back there, loses it, was pulled back. Calvin Kelly, yellow card may come out. Just a talking to given by referee Keto Nicholson.
Here's Brown's involvement in both goals. It was his reception of the cross. And then here he dribbles toward Hines, putting pressure on Hines. He lost the ball, but the ball squirts for Dawkins to finish well. So Brown has been involved in both of the plays here for Jamaica College at their goals.
Let's say unwitting involvement. Long ball of field looking for Michael Graham. And Kadri Johnson, where has he been? He's been around, the goalkeeper. Reynolds has a lot to think about right now. Can Wolmers get back into the contest? They really need to show a little bit more ambition. They've been hit by Jamaica College.
You know, it's a mountainous task now for Wolmers to get back into this game.
Here's Alfonso Gooden making his way inside the box. Was he tripped? Was he fouled? He was.
Yes,
no.
He was.
The referee says play on, tells him to get up.
Thought he was fouled.
Good, can't believe it. But the play will continue. Long ball of field looking for Dawkins. Now it falls for Bill Davis. Back to Dawkins. Dawkins sends this one inside looking for Ronaldo Brown. The best of clearances from Daly. Brown trying to turn, and Williams is trying to get him there as well, Dwayne Williams. But Jemison was very sharp on that occasion. Lets the ball loose, straight out, looking for Gooden. Gooden trying to get there, but very, very good work at the back there by Jamaica College. Looked to have been Talbot there. It was Talbot, in fact. Was under pressure from Gooden. Slipped, but managed to get back. Now the opportunity, Garda begging for Wolmers. A player is down for Jamaica College.
Team will have this job now to inspire his team to get back into the game. A player with not a lot of pace, but a lot of physical strength, a lot of good ability to read the game, but So far in this match, we've seen Jamaica College forwards trying to take the ball to him and force him to move and force him to have to move quickly. And that is putting some strain on the Wolmers defense at the moment. So the strategy here for Jamaica College has been pretty clinical. And Wolmers will now have to go to an aspect of their game that they're not necessarily strong in. Yes, they've scored a number of goals, but their main strength is defending. And now they have to score at least 3 goals to get in front here in this game. And it's going to be pretty hard to do that. They make a lot more mistakes, Wolmers, in midfield and in attack than they do in defense.
Here's Wolmers through Mikel Graham. Beautiful movement there as he tries to get by a third defender though, but loses it. Elliott gets it back for Wolmers. Sold Graham short. McGee trying to make a run himself. He lost the possession. Daly switches it over to the left hand side. Calvin Kelly is up there. He has a lot of pace. Kelly couldn't keep it in. It's going to be a throw into Jamaica College. You know, Miguel Coley doesn't like it when his team loses possession cheaply. And they've done it on a couple of occasions, Jamaica College.
Hard taskmaster, Miguel Coley. Does have a quiet disposition when he's talking to the media, but that's not what we see when he's coaching the team. Demands a lot from his players, Coley.
The JC contingent looking on. There's Wolmers again. They need to do so much to get back into this contest.
The only time this season they've given up 2 goals was against Kingston College in a Walker Cup match, which they went on to lose on penalties.
Well, they'd be grateful if they get to penalties in this Manning Cup final. Because they have a long way to go.
Elliott trying to protect the ball, but the Jamaica College defenders are not allowing the Wolmers midfielder too much comfort on the ball. Dead ball specialist for Wolmers.
Well, they've sent 5 players inside the box, Wolmers. So they seek to get some good service from this young man, Andrew Daly. Daly sends this one inside at the back post. Jawani Hines could not keep his header down.
Oh, I think he would be disappointed with that effort there. He soared really high, got there, but his header was off target. To the halftime break here. Jamaica College set themselves here on a path for Manning Cup title number 28.
Dwayne Williams on the ball for Jamaica College. Brown. It goes back to Dwayne Williams. Williams pulls it back behind Brown. It was also too far from the captain Robinson. Howell does well to win it. McGee on the ball. Plays it over to Dawkins. Dawkins, beautiful find to Ronaldo Brown. Ronaldo Brown pulls it back. The Wolmers defense is there. And Ramon Lewis puts it into touch.
Great build up here by Jamaica College. They're really high on confidence now and stretching the Wolmers defense.
so anxious looking on at the action. This one is sent inside the penalty box. It goes behind for a goal kick to Wolmers boys. So they get a little bit of reprieve. Lost it. JC winning the hustle, winning the 50-50 chances, and having a lot of the possession against the Wolmers team, who frankly haven't come to the party. Here's Robinson being allowed space. The pass over Waco, trying to find Williams. Hasn't had the sharpest game, Robinson, so far. And there's Coley giving him some instructions as to how to serve his teammates. She's confident at the back, aren't they? Willis on the ball. Harry McGee deep. Cool customer finding Dawkins.
Pass there from Dawkins. Spraying the ball through the defenders but not finding the target.
Wolmers, can't remember the last time that they were able to transition well into the attacking current, Wolmers boys. Their midfield has lacked ideas. Williams tried to get on the edge of that one, too far forward though.
But it's one of the games when you look comparatively at the two, one of the aspects of the game that when you look comparatively at the two teams that you have to give Jamaica College the advantage with players like Robinson and Willis in the middle of their midfield. They have players who tend to be steadier and make fewer mistakes than the Wolmers midfielders. And they spread the ball well.
English turns well. Elliott. Daly can't shoot from distance. English continuing his run. Robbed of the ball. English is still struggling. I'm not sure how long he'll be able to continue. The Wolmers number 10. Here's Jamaica College. He's onside the way to Williams and he has some space. Williams making his way inside the box. Looking for options now. Plays it across, looking for Ronaldo Brown! Into the side netting. He was appealing for a handball, I think.
Williams full of tricks, very hard to contain. I think that was a handball for real, off the defender.
They do get the corner kick, Jamaica College. Corner kick to Jamaica College. 4 players inside the box. This one is sent in straight towards the goalkeeper. Jemison. Oh, Michael Coley not pleased at all with
Totally, he was a hard taskmaster. His team is leading 2-0 and look at his body language.
In his eyes, his team gave up possession. Asking him what was that about. The corner kick going straight to the keeper. Robinson. Bell Nevis. Now it's with Dawkins. Well, that's going to be the highlight reel.
Looked pretty clumsy there from Dawkins.
You know, if it wasn't for his brilliant goal, it would have been a pretty ordinary evening so far for Donovan Dawkins.
It happens.
He's had a mixed bag.
When the review of the match is written down, his shot that scored will count.
Of course.
A lot more than that.
that one to go through. Gooden chips it inside, looking for English. No problems there for Kajay Johnson.
Even though Wolmers have had a few offensive plays, to be fair, the Jamaica College defence has not looked threatened or vulnerable, so there's a lot of work here for Wolmers to do.
McGee has had a really good game. He started off the game a little bit slow, but then he slowly got into it. A couple of efforts on target. And that one proving to be the difference and leading the troop in a dance-off.
McGee is without question an impact player for Jamaica College, and the kind of player based on his quality that will make things even more difficult for Wolmers now.
Case Murray losing the ball. Now Donovan Dawkins has it. Fernando Brown is making a run. Brown gets it. Back to Dawkins almost. Jawani Hines had to stick his leg out to stop that pass because Dawkins was through on goal if it got through to him.
Scott Williams with the eventual clearance there for Wolmers, so the Wolmers working well in tandem in defence.
Dawkins has some space, trying to play it inside the box. Jawani Hines taking forever to clear. Now it's hacked out of the area by the defender. Now here's Gooden. Gooden trying to pull a goal back for Wolmers. Oh, he took forever to try to get it on target, and now Elliott is offside. It was a breach at the back for Jamaica College that saw Gooden clear. It was Talbot was the one who slipped inside the centre circle, and Gooden, he doesn't have a lot of pace about him, and then he just lost it after a while.
He should have gotten that ball to Yannick Elliott quickly. Elliott was all alone there to the right, entering the 18 yards, so if he had gotten the pass to him, Elliott would have had a free run on goal. Here's
Ronaldo Brown. Tyreek McGee. Brown. Back to McGee. He favours it on his left foot. Now it's Belnavis. Oh, Dawkins has a lot of space. Dawkins inside the box. It's cleared. Jermaine Bennett sends it upfield, finding McGee. Not the best first touch, and last touch now of Belnavis into touch. Throw in to Wolmers. Graham skips by one challenge, can't get by a second.
An illustration of the point I was making earlier on, that there are some promising Wolmers offensive plays building up from time to time, but the Jamaica College defence so far hasn't looked too threatened by that, and they've looked pretty solid, JC, in defence.
2 minutes of time to be added on for stoppages. And Wolmers, it seems as if they've run out of ideas in this first half. Jamaica College comfortably in front. Looking for a 28th Manning Cup title. The Dark Blues of Old Hope Road are well on their way. Dawkins couldn't believe the call against him. First time we've seen him, the second time we've seen him smile all evening.
It's hard to smile on the Jamaica College team when their coach is showing so much urgency on the bench.
Throw into Wolmers. Can they pull a goal back? Can they get one back before the halftime interval? They've just sent 4 players up inside the box for this long throw, trying to find Elliott. English is also there. They have another opportunity. Lewis puts it into touch. That pretty much wraps up the evening for Wolmers boys.
Yeah, you know, at the start of the game, we were talking about Wolmers, in spite of their generally unconvincing style of football. They've always found a way to get the results. They've just found a way to get the results. Now, they'll have to find a way to get a result here. We have to say against the odds, because JC, in this present frame of mind, isn't about losing.
Daly. Wolmers moving upfield. Clearance by Jamaica College wasn't the best. Michael Graham doing his best to try and get Wolmers back into the contest. Pulls it across. Oh, they've got one back. Alfonso Gooden. They call him Benteke. And he turned poacher there to bring the boys from Hero Circle back into the contest at half-time. They wouldn't want to look at it as a consolation. It's match on.
That was the last play of the first half, and Wolmers showing resilience here. Great work by Graham here on the right. He spoke about his dribbling skills and his willingness to take defenders on. He ran by Belnavis. His cross inside was really perfect, and Gooden, who knows how to finish, delivers his 20th goal of the season.
And Vassal Reynolds is absolutely cock-a-hoop at half-time. Oh, we have a match, folks. We have a match. Jamaica College 2, Wolmers boys 1 at the end of 45 minutes in this Manning Cup final at the National Stadium.
Well, they've worked hard. Just a moment ago, I spoke about them finding...
Getting in a final word of prayer. Both teams passing the prize on their way out onto the park. What they're playing for, the Manning Cup. This is the final. The Jamaica College leading Wolmers boys by 2 goals to 1. Wolmers, they are not out of it.
This has been an amazing season for Wolmers, Donald, because throughout the season, hardly anyone projected them as possible Manning Cup champions, because their game doesn't look compelling. When you watch them play, they don't set the house on fire. But the fact is, they keep getting the results. And just now was an illustration of them backs against the wall, looking to face defeat and finding a way to get a goal and to send this game into a second half that could produce some fireworks.
We'll let the game begin. Second half underway. The long ball of field looking for Alfonso Gooden. And Jamaica College immediately they have to clear it outside the open penalty box. And Johnny Talbot appeared to have injured himself in the process, but he gets back up on his feet now. And in time to hit that one outside of his penalty box. Robinson to McGee. McGee loses it. Shavonda Willis trying to pick it up back for Jamaica College. Now it's with the captain, Queen Robinson. Robinson running into some space. Ronaldo Brown running into a defender. He gets the free kick.
That has been a battle that we've seen so far in this match. Joanne Heinze, Wolmers central defender, and Ronaldo Brown, who is not afraid to take the Wolmers defender and captain on. Brown has a lot of pace, and the kind of pace that will bother Hines, because that is not Hines' strong point. Pace. His strong points are his ability to read the game, his strength in the air, and his physical presence.
4 players on the edge of the box for Jamaica College as Tyree McGee lines this one up. McGee takes a shot. Seems as if it was going goalwards, went into the wall. Dawkins appealing for the free kick and just stopped playing. Wolmers, on the other hand, continued their play. Now it's with Elliott. Left-hand side to Calvin Kelly. Now Daly. Daly loses it though. Dwayne Williams on this right-hand side. Williams looks up, plays it inside, almost got through to Ronaldo Brown. And Dawkins also was working as well. Here's Queen Robinson with the shot, it's wide.
Just now, unable to to do well at central defence there, and some cracks opening up here for him at the moment.
He's been feeling the pressure of Giovanni Hines at the back.
Yes, he has.
Pace against him, not always the fairest of fights. Williams finding Ronaldo Brown. Brown trying to put it back, and it was blocked by Scott Williams. Wolmers would want to be patient as they seek to get the equalizer. But Jamaica College, their foot not off the gas at all. McGee was fouled. He gets a free kick.
McGee can be very dangerous from a free kick from this position. Really good striker of the ball with the left foot. And a couple of minutes ago, we saw him with a free kick from a similar distance here that hit him to the wall, but looked as if he was heading to give Jamaica some trouble. I think McGee can score from here.
He does know how to crack them from distance, and the Wolmers defense knows this. They've set up the four-man wall to try and keep out the JC number 10. McGee behind this one. He's already scored once in this match. Looking for another one. It's wide. Not a lot of power. And wasn't the most accurate of tries.
Yes, he went for placement there, but a little bit off target. And Jamison is an outstanding goalkeeper for Wolmers. You're not going to beat him with less than really outstanding shooting.
And to be honest with you, I don't think you're going to beat him with just placement. There has to be some power behind it.
Without question, one of the most outstanding goalkeepers in schoolboy football.
He's been beaten twice though this evening. Two very good strikes, I feel. Although there may be questions on that first goal. He got a hand to it. He could have got a stronger hand on it. Good turn by Williams. Trying to get by Kelly. Kelly got a foot out. It goes behind four. A corner kick to Jamaica College.
I think on the first goal he saw it late, Donald, because the ball went straight through the legs of Scott Williams. So he saw it late and he reacted late. So although he got a hand to it, he didn't move quickly enough to prevent the ball from scoring.
Tariq McGee with the corner kick. Four JC players inside the box. McGee sends this one at the near post. Looking for Ronaldo Brown. He got there, but couldn't get it on target. He got there ahead of Shamar Jamison.
Real veteran in the Jamaica College lineup, Ronaldo Brown. Remember, as we said, he had scored the winner in the 2013 final that they won. 3 years later, he's here looking for another title with JC.
Xavier Crosdale, you saw just now getting some talking to from Fafa Reynolds. He's getting ready to come on for Wolmers boys. In the meantime, Wolmers boys, they have a free kick from some way out.
No one expected Wolmers to beat Kingston College by 3 goals to 0 in the semi-final last week, and that result was a testimony to the sort of quality and determination and strategy that this Wolmers team employs on the football field. Those are the things that Jason will have to guard against.
Here's a free kick from Gooden. No, that had a lot of power, but it was too high.
Gooden is a natural goal scorer. He's big and strong. He may not be the most agile forwards, but he knows how to score goals. He kicks the ball very well, and he has a good sense of where the goal is. And that was perfectly illustrated in the goal that's on the stroke of half-time.
He fits the name his teammates call him, Benteke.
Yes.
Here's JC. Dwayne Williams inside the box. Seeks a good cross. Deflection. Nikesh Murray has it for Wolmers. it's with Mikel Graham. Oh, good turn, good movement, but he lost it at the last minute. Referee says play on. Yannick Elliott with the ball. Elliott decides to switch it over to the right of the side. Not the most accurate pass, but job done. Wolmers trying to transition into the attacking third through Graham. Graham twisting and turning, trying to get by Dawkins, but couldn't get by a second defender. It's put into touch.
Graham is one of the most exciting players on the Wolmers lineup here. Very skillful, has good speed, has good dribbling skills as well, and a constant harassment for the Jamaica College defenders.
It came off Graham as well.
It was his great work that set up good with the Wolmers goal late in the first half. There he is. Good, strong player. 7 goals so far this season, but his flank work has really been impressive for Wolmers.
Free kick to Wolmers.
So the complexion of the game has changed, Donald. For the Heroes in the first half, JC looked unchallenged as they coasted on a 2-0 lead. Now Wolmers are showing some fight and making them work.
And they have 5 players inside the box. This one is floated at the back post. Heads go up. Jawani Hines was there, was appealing for a handball there. Comes as far as Kelly. Now it's with Alphonso Gooden. Oh, beautiful ball, almost. Trying to find Gooden there, making run inside the box.
So, Mikel Graham, the Wolmers number 8, has been their key player in the match so far. Look at his dribbling skills. 3 Jamaica College defenders there trying to contain him. Challenge here by Robinson. Goes by him, takes the ball away from Ben Davis and sets up a play by himself. And here's the ball that he ended up scoring. Gets around Bell. Oh, that wasn't the one that he actually scored, but it was Ben Davis that he got by to set up the goal. Here it is now. Gets away from Ben Davis, who's a very speedy flank defender. So good work by Graham so far in this match, and it was his work that set up the good goal late in the first half.
Kelly with the throw. Elliott. Ramon Lewis trying to switch it over to the right-hand side. McGee picks it up. McGee with a little bit of space. Finds Dawkins. Oh, poor first touch. An opportunity lost there for Jamaica College.
Yeah.
As McGee did well to find the striker. Dawkins was making that run inside the penalty box.
He sort of, the ball knocked up on him in stride, so it was an inadvertent touch by him, so he wasn't able to capitalize on the play. McGee's quality as a passer of the ball, and player with good dribbling skills to open spaces up, working well here for JC.
Here's Wolmers again trying to go forward. Challenge coming in. JC trying to go the other way. Dwayne Williams on the ball. He's trying to play to the left-hand side. Finds Tyree McGee. Looking for the return pass, Williams. But McGee didn't see him, and he got himself into some trouble there. Tyree McGee lost possession. It's a little bit scrappy at the moment, the action on the field. It's a free kick now to Wolmers, as Mikel Graham was brought down.
Williams is in a lot of pain just outside the 18-yard area there as he went for the ball. So the game is going to be held up for the moment, but Wolmers having their spirits lifted here by that late first half goal. Look at the grimacing from Dehaney Williams in the play after that with a foul on Graham. Williams in some amount of pain here for Jamaica College.
Dwayne Williams has had a really good game so far. And he has been intercepting plays, he has been making the passes. Of course, we know that he has a lot of speed. We're used to see him along the flanks there. Then on a couple of occasions he has turned provider for Jamaica College. And really has had a really good game so far for Jamaica College, number 11.
Yeah, well, when you combine his speed with his excellent ball handling skills, you get a forward that is really dangerous.
Wolmers with the free kick, sent high inside the box, heads go up, and it goes behind for a goal kick. I believe the last touch came off Daly, or Gooden rather it was.
Interesting all the time to look at Miguel Coley on the sidelines at Jamaica College, coach. When they were leading by 2 goals to nil, he looked more furious than he looks now.
You know, and the funny thing is, I think he has mellowed over the years.
Oh, he has.
I think he has actually mellowed over the years.
Oh, he's really tough on his players. He always demands the best from them.
Here's Williams. He demands a decent cross from Williams, intercepted by Giovanni Hines. Kept in play by Howell, good work. Tyrick McGee looking for some space, or he just gives it up.
Poor pass from McGee, very uncharacteristic of him.
Now here is Wolmers trying to move forward to Murray. Ball played forward to Elliott. Murray continuing his run. Elliott on his left foot. Elliott twisting, turning. Elliott with the shot, and it's wide. But there were 3 players inside the box, screaming for the pass to have been made. He decided to go for the glory, and it went wide.
Too sure what he was thinking there. There were options here with a cross, but went back this way with a shot. It would have looked magical if it had scored. I guess maybe his teammates would be disappointed that he didn't get the cross left-footed inside earlier on, because there were at least 3 players in the box waiting for opportunities.
Well, Wolmers, they are definitely knocking. Daly picks it up for Wolmers. Trying to find Gooden, couldn't control it. You wonder why he wasn't able to control that pass from Daly. Alfonso Gooden. We'll see a
ball handling skills not the best, Gooden, but he is a really good goal scorer. Orlando Brown and Rochester are warming up here for Jamaica College. They have constantly displayed their depth in their squad throughout the entire season by bringing on players of this quality late on when they need them. Wolmers also with a few options on the bench, like Salesman and Crossdale, who are pretty strong themselves.
Terry Rochester getting some instructions from Miguel Coley. I'm wondering who he's going to take off. That's the question. I mean, he usually plays in the role that Tyrick McGee is actually playing in the middle of the park. But here's Williams trying to make a run. Finds McGee. Williams, more central. Robinson's shot charged down. And then that one. Oh, the rest said about that one better.
I know Dawkins scored earlier on, but his impact on the game outside of that hasn't been that monumental. Although he has the experience of leading Jamaica College in moments like these, I think that's an option for a substitution as well. The fact is, JC has really good options on the bench, so whoever they go to can almost be guaranteed delivering.
I'd be very surprised if Dawkins comes off until that. Long ball inside, looking for good first control. Was just robbed at the last moment there. Daly finding Rivaldo English. Kelly. There's that one straight to Kajay Johnson. Who holds it out immediately, trying to find Donovan Dawkins.
Dawkins trying to get the better of Murray. Looking for options. Finds Tyreek McGee. Williams has some space on the right-hand side. McGee decides to go back to his captain Robinson. JC transitioning, running into space. Still has the possession. Was he tripped on the edge of the box? The referee said no, no. And that play should continue.
Wow, why did he fall if he wasn't tripped? It's a little questionable.
Well, Donovan Dawkins is coming off, and his impact on the game was this. But has he done enough? It was a really, really good goal. Won the final last year, and now he's being substituted.
But he hasn't contributed that much, Donald, and it's not a shocking decision for me. So he's come out as a forward. Rochester's a midfielder, so they're going to shore up the midfield now, Jamaica College, and take full control of the game and measure how the game develops from here to the end, because Coach Coley now wants to ensure you. They started with 3 midfielders, so they're now going to go with 4 midfielders and ensure that they keep control of the game and not allow Wolmers back in.
Kilgrim trying to get by a couple of JC defenders over on the far side, couldn't. Now JC with the possession. Ronaldo Brown. Brown switching it over to the right hand side. Williams had to go back to retrieve. Oh, beautiful movement there by Dwayne Williams. Ronaldo Brown on it. Finds Williams once more.
Good football from JC.
Williams looking for some options as he is heading towards the corner flag, but he gets a throw for his team.
Well, wasn't able to win any titles with Manchester High, Doheny Williams, but he has come across to Jamaica College and on course here for a title success if they can maintain the advantage over Wolmers.
Willis on the ball. Willis sends that one inside the box. It's cleared. Williams doing duties. Ramon Lewis finds Andrew Daly. Now here's Jamaica College through their captain Robinson. Robinson finds Tyreek McGee. It was a poor pass from McGee.
Wow, just gave the ball away on challenge.
Rod English running into some traffic there. McGee on the ball. Sends it over to the left-hand side. Ronaldo Brown. Now this one is sent inside the box looking for Williams. Over his head. He goes now into touch. Wolmers about to make another substitution, but the play will continue for the time being.
Crossdale coming in for Wolmers. But Jamaica College will be happy with the current pace of the game, and that the game isn't showing any fireworks, which is suiting their game at the moment. They just want to keep control and keep Wolmers at bay. English is coming out. Crossdale coming out for him.
He has struggled.
In the first half and did for quite a while in the first half look as if he was dodgy in staying on because of that injury, but belatedly the change finally comes in Crossdale, who you expect at 100% fitness may be able to offer more than English has.
Robinson. He has some space along the left-hand side, needs a good cross inside the box. It's put behind by Giovanni Hines for a corner kick to Jamaica College. And Davis doing good work on the left-hand side for JC. And they'll take their time with this corner kick.
Nevis is one of the really useful players there for Jamaica College. He does good work defensively, but when they are in transition and on attack, he offers them a really good option on the left flank with his speed and his dribbling skills and his ability to cross the ball. So the width of the Jamaica College team is one of the strengths of their team, the way they spread the ball and the way they throw strength from.
McGee's corner kick at the near post, not the best. Comes as far as Rochester. Back to McGee. McGee gets the corner kick for JC.
McGee needs to get his game back together, Donald. The quality of his game has dropped in the last 10 or 15 minutes.
McGee sends this one inside. Williams is trying to get to the end of that one. The shot coming in from distance. And Williams was trying to turn that one goalwards. He was actually onside. So that was a chance there for Jamaica College. Wolmers get the throw on this near side. Just about 20 minutes to go in this contest. Kelly takes the throw, finds Ramon Lewis. McGee loses it to Daly. The JC captain on the ball, Robinson. Dwayne Williams gets by Kelly. Williams inside the box. Williams cuts it across at the back post. There's nobody there in blue. Tevin Rochester was very late at the back post. And there was enough time for Wolmers to clear.
Great work there by Dwayne Williams. His pace, putting pressure here.
There's a substitute trying to get there in the end. Crossdale.
Yeah, Crossdale did some good work there. I'm too sure if Murray needed to keep the ball behind for a corner. There wasn't any attacking players close enough to him. He was more aware of his surroundings. He could have probably done something more useful with the ball. I guess he just wanted to deflect the chance.
McGee with the corner kick along the ground finds Dwayne Williams. Back to Belnavis. Belnavis, well, deflection, right? Yeah, it's a corner kick to Jamaica College.
So this second half, especially the first part of the second half, has seen Wolmers starting off the half looking very determined, but now JC has leveled things up.
Corner kick to Jamaica College at the back post. Willis is there. Brown. Rochester loses it though, unable to get the shot off. Now Elliott trying to turn. Elliott desperately trying to find space. He gets the foul for his. He gets a free kick for his team. Over on the far side. Taken quickly. Now this is Graham. Graham finds Gooden. Gooden loses it.
Quick tackling there by the Jamaica College captain Upwin Robinson to win possession of the ball there. Very smart in midfield, Jamaica College.
Ball going into touch. It should be a throw into Jamaica College. Players down over on the far side for JC looks to be Jermaine Bennett, who's down on the far side. He's going to get some attention now.
There's a second player down as well. I think the captain Robinson is also down for JC.
Mario Salesman is getting ready to come on for Wolmers.
Number 22 for Wolmers, former San Diego player who has had his moments here in this match so far. Salesman gets ready to come on. Protects the ball well. Have to play him closely, I think Elliott. He has a lot of good skills on the ball and keeps the ball very close to his feet. How close he keeps the ball to his feet. There he is fouled, but he's the kind of player that they have to keep a close watch on. Ball close to his feet. Good control, Elliott.
But he's being substituted.
Salesman is on.
Yeah.
He's given a lot, so his work rate has probably diminished a bit here. And Coach Vassar Reynolds needs energy to get Wolmers back in the game. Salesman has a lot of energy. Good dribbling skills as well. So Wolmers playing some cards now that they hope could draw them level here in this game. Salesman actually came on as a substitute for Elliott in the Super Cup final and provided the pass for the winning goal over Cornwall College.
So they're hoping that he provides similar magic here tonight at the National Stadium.
They need it.
Kelly under pressure from Duhaney Williams. JC has the ball. Jamaica College. Challenge there on Robinson. Mario Salesman. His first bit of action. Infringement on the play. After 75 minutes, Jamaica College still lead Wolmers boys by 2-1.
Presided over a defense line this afternoon that has given up 2 goals, very uncharacteristic of Wolmers. So JC has really tested the Wolmers defense this evening.
Get the feeling that Wolmers, they're holding back. They're making sure that they don't make any mistakes first. JC holding strain for the time being.
Well, they've beefed up their midfield, JC, to ensure that they don't lose the middle of the park, because that's one of the ways that they will ensure that they keep Wolmers at bay. Started off the game with 3 midfielders, they now have 4 with Rochester coming in.
McGee is down for Jamaica College. As the play continues, Duhaney Williams inside the box. Duhaney Williams trying to kill off the game. Calvin Kelly doing some very good work at the back for Wolmers.
Typical Wolmers star defending there, although I thought Williams found a way to show too much of the ball to Kelly. Should have done better with that play. Duhaney Williams, given his skill set, almost got the ball tangled up in his boots there and didn't really free himself enough to get a shot off, and invited Kelly to come in with a successful challenge. McGee's okay now, fallen before that play started. The Jamaica College players continued to play the ball around him.
So McGee's going to take this corner kick. This one is sent in at the back post, heads go up. And he had to pick the safe route, Nikesh Murray, in putting that one behind. Quinn Robinson has done some really good work for Jamaica College. Started off a little bit slow, and then he began to impose himself just a little bit more for the defending champions. Had one pop, wasn't on target, but he's had an okay game.
Only 4 players in for JC in the box.
McGee sent this one, slips, and Well, it's going to be a goal kick to Wolmers in the end. Has had a mixed bag so far, Tyreek McGee. Produced something special with the first goal. Another free kick, foul on Dwayne Williams.
Gooden isn't happy. He thinks that it's a contact sport and he just made contact. I think it was legitimate. Thinks that Williams is making more of the play.
He's not going to get an Oscar. It was a slight touch, I think.
He has a big body. Gooden over 6 feet tall. Williams a lot smaller in size, so that kind of contact. And Williams was a little off balance as well when he was shoved. So
ball played over to the left-hand side by JC. Ronaldo Brown finds Bell Nevis. Nevis looking for some options, finds McGee. Bell Nevis has some skill. Ronaldo Brown was always slipping and sliding as he tried to get to the end of that pass. Wolmers through Gooden. Gooden trying to get by Talbot. Talbot was fouled.
Gooden in his over-enthusiasm to get to the ball, I think, was using his arm there to try to shove Talbot out of the way. And for the second time in a few minutes, gets punished by the referee. So Gooden, a bit of the frustration creeping in now on him because less than 10 minutes remaining in the game. He knows he's the main man for Wolmers to score goals. And they probably need him now to get a goal in the last 10 minutes.
Almost picks it up but lost it. Gooden gets it. Daly. Oh, beautiful interception there by the Jamaica College defense. Oh, but they lose it to Gooden. Gooden inside the box. Gooden, why didn't he shoot? That was a big chance for Wolmers.
He had the shooting option there with the right foot, but tried to slide the ball back onto the left. Here it is. He had an opportunity there. It looked as if he was trying to get Daly back into the play, but there wasn't enough on the pass. It didn't get to him, but Gooden from that sort of position, you'd expect to spray a shot at goal.
Michael Graham. Good cross inside the box, looking for Gooden. Now an opportunity! Saved by KJ Johnson! I think it was Salesman who got the shot off for Wolmers. Here's JC trying to come the other way. Ronaldo Brown hustled all the time. Referee says play on. It seems as if we're in the final moments of a bout, and both teams desperate to find a blow, a concrete blow. KJ Johnson did well. It was Salesman with the effort, and Johnson had to go down really low to make the save. The Wolmers contingent know that that was a big opportunity.
Really great work there for JC defensively to protect the advantage that they have in this game. They're playing like real champions, Jamaica College. That shot was struck from just about 12 or 13 yards. The goalkeeper Johnson had to get down very, very quickly to stop it.
JC went ahead through Tyreek McGee. Really powerful shot. Dawkins doubled the lead in the first half. And then Wolmers pulled one back through really good work, getting the better of Talbot, reaching their first. And putting it past Jay Johnson. He liked it. Vassal Reynolds, but he'd like to have one more. Valdana Moulton is getting ready to come on for Wolmers. He's a central defensive midfielder. So they're trying to make sure that they're not making any more mistakes with this one. Nikesh Murray is coming off.
Just 6 minutes of normal time now remaining. If this were a boxing match, you'd have to say Wolmers need a knockout to win in the last round.
So just confirm that Nikesh Murray is off. Valdana Moulton is on. Kelly with the throw. Duhaney Williams.
Shout here is a pretty tight one. You know, McGee's impact on the game in the first half was really, really pivotal. His game has declined badly here in the second half, so he has lost a little bit of the shine based on that. But I would think that he's in the conversation for sure, given the impact that he had in the first half when JC set themselves up toward the victory. There's still time left here. We don't know what the final score would be, but if it ends up that JC wins by 2 goals to 1, the impact of McGee in the first half to give JC control of the game, I think could be pivotal. But as I said, he has not played well in the last 15 minutes, so I'm not totally convinced.
Neither am I, actually. I'm not sure if Duhaney Williams is going to be substituted. He's fallen for the upteenth time. The number 11 for JC. As we see the captain and coach having words on the sidelines. Robinson listening intently to Miguel Coley. Wolmers contingent not a happy bunch right now, but they have some time to get back into the contest. Vassal Reynolds is plotting from the sidelines what to do next.
Conversely, Miguel Coley has set himself up strategically with a shape in the Jamaica College lineup that is designed for them to protect the advantage they have in the game. So the odds against Wolmers here getting back. They have defied odds before Wolmers. They'll have to do it again.
I think JC are still down to 10 players. Delveron Simpson is getting ready to come on.
Looks relaxed enough. Central defender Delveron. And coach Miguel Coley wants to get the substitution in as quickly as possible. So JC now trying to preserve the game. The time remaining is little enough for coach Miguel Coley for Jamaica College to feel he just needs to manage the game now as it is. Delveron Simpson goes on now.
Yes, so Duhaney Williams is off. One former Manchester United player, Manchester High player, coming off for the other. JC. Swing it over to the right-hand side. The controls find Howell. Howell finding some space. Howell decides to take a shot. It was a charge down. Goes into touch. It's now or never for Wolmers boys. Just to confirm that Duhaney Williams off injured had to be replaced by Delveron Simpson.
Significance of that change, an attacking player off, a defensive player on. So JC trying to manage the game now with just a couple of minutes remaining. Not too sure how much time will be added on for stoppages, but there can't be a lot of time left here in this game.
Moulton. to Xavier Crosdale. It's put into touch. Put that one into touch. Kelly with a long throw. With the throw. There's another change being made by Wolmers. Jamie Smith is on. Crosdale. Gooden. Daly. Mikel Graham. Lost it off him. Can't believe it. On the ball, decides to play it back to his skipper Tawani Hines. Long ball of field looking for Alphonso Gooden. It's too far in front of him. Won't be able to get there.
4 minutes added on for stoppages, so one of those minutes expiring, 3 minutes remaining. So Wolmers running out of time here as Jamaica College managing the game very well and heading to their 28th title.
Jumping in the stands now. They're chanting, they're cheering. Dream may become reality very, very soon. For the Dark Blues of Old Hope Road, title number 28.
They have every right to be celebrating, Donald. They have not lost a Manning Cup match since 2012. And they're moments away here from winning their 4th in a row and a record extending 28th overall. No team in the history of Manning Cup football has won more titles than Jamaica College has. St. George's College, the closest with 22 titles.
Travis Bennett is on for Wolmers. So that's the last throw of the dice. From Vassal Reynolds with over a minute to go. That one booted high by Robinson. Anywhere will do for the time being. Rochester goes down dramatically. College. It's close for them. It's really, really very close for them. Seconds away. Talbot has had a good game for Jamaica College at the back. Tyrese McGee is the one who's going to come off. McGee's also had a good game. Orlando Brown comes on for him for the final few seconds. Final rights to be administered any minute now. Gooden. Daly. Last chance saloon here. Challenge coming in from Malik Howell. He gets a free kick for Jamaica College. The yellow card is going to come out for the substitute, Valdano Moulton.
Well, we're in really an extended time now. Whoa, what a savage challenge that was from Moulton. Not stopping out of Malik Howell. It's a former JC player's name, Moulton.
Well, Moulton seems as if he's out. This one sent long inside the box as the final seconds are being played out here. Gooden has it. JC clear for the final time possibly. The referee has his fingers to his lips. That's the end of the match. Manning Cup title number 28 for the boys from